Good morning. I am so happy to say that we are in Tonga and more specifically, Vava'u. Right?
Vava'u.
I always have to double check to make sure that I'm saying it right. By the time we leave here, I hope I will have it down. Obviously, we are not at the boat and we're not staying there, at least for this first little bit. We're staying at our friend's place, Mystic Sands. It's a teeny tiny little resort.
For like 18 people max. In our heads, this is like the perfect romantic little beach escape. Although we're on not
beach escape. Yeah, it's like full on work mode is going to be our mode. But of course, because of COVID, there's not really anybody else here but us. So we kind of have the place all to ourselves. So it was already peaceful and like kind of romantic before, but now it's certainly.
There we go. There's a little romance.
Yeah. No, I do love you.
Today's goal is to get Minion splashed because she is our car, she is our ride, she is our main form of transportation. For Mystic Sands, the boatyard is right over there and town is right through there. So we can get anywhere by water. That's the goal for today, get Minion cleaned up and if we can, get her splashed.
Yeah.
I'm Nikki, this is Jason, and this is our floating home curiosity. We set sail 4 years ago, and some 13,000 nautical miles later, we landed in the Kingdom of Tonga, where we decided to haul out for cyclone season, visit family, and load up on a crate full of much-needed boat supplies. Sadly, because of COVID, our poor boat sat abandoned for a year, but we're back, ready to work, and get our girl back in the water.
Whoa, Minion is
dirtier than ever.
wow, like next level. Poor girl. And look at all of those wasp nests. Oh my. Woo! So the dinghy Minion is the first task because she is our mode of transportation for while we are here. So we have to take care of her first. And clearly, that's beyond just getting the engine working. This is going to be a chore. Woo! Oh my gosh, these are like, those didn't used to be that color.
No. These used to be this color.
Not anymore. I got 1/2-ish of the dinghy done with the cleaner and the mold, mildew, stain remover. And this is what she looks like.
Clean side, dirty side.
Not perfect, but maybe like 10 more times of this and she'll look presentable. I feel like there's hope. It's gonna be fine. I think it'll look pretty decent by the time we're done. No worse than whenever we left her the first time.
So the deal with Minion is she was white when we bought her brand new. She was all like pretty and clean, and then within a year she got moldy and it started getting more and more gray. And Highfield basically said that the white Orca fabric was having some issues and that's why it was molding. So they sent us these products for trying to clean her, and we loaded them up in our crate, and then this product for waterproofing. They said they couldn't guarantee it would be perfect, but it should help. And I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
Count the hours. I have a feeling it's going to be like a 10 or 20 hour job to get Minion generally almost clean. I don't think it's going to be perfect.
No.
But I think she'll be good. Good enough. Anyway, we'll let you know if these products are any good or not. Cool thing is, they all say biodegradable. Which I guess a lot of marine stuff is.
Yeah. Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Go again.
All right. Woo, Today's projects are dinghy engine, oil change, fuel filter, lube, clean, spark plug, blah, blah, blah. Get it ready because we want to get this bad boy going. And then we're also going to be working on the dinghy, trying to get it all cleaned up. We got a head start yesterday, but she needs some more love. And we're going to flip her. Oh, we're going to see the bottom. It was so green when we left. So we can get some of that algae off.
Any less green, that's for sure.
Ooh, yeah. All right. And then maybe if we get lucky, we'll get the top of the boat washed. Just get some of that black off. I think that's
Green, black.
That's high hopes. Okay. Well, let's start. Dirt daubers and spider webs everywhere.
Yeah, you can just text me if there's anything else I can help you with, and otherwise I'm sure you'll be just fine.
Thanks so much, Heidi and Franny. You guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for the call. That was great. So excited for you guys.
Have fun filming today, working on that Beetle. That's Heidi and Franny from Heidi and Franny's Garage. They found out that we were heading back to the boat, and they were like, if you have any questions before you start any of the engines, just call us. So they gave us some tips. They said we should change the fuel filter, clean the spark plug, change the oil, gear lube, pretty much just do a full engine service before we start it, and then go get fresh gas.
Yeah. Which is what we figured, but it's nice to hear it from somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, jeez, because I sure as hell can fake like I know what I'm doing, but you know, I would have just put it in the water bucket and just pulled it and gone, hey, it works! Or, oh, it doesn't work.
Just starting on this side, the before and the after of just the cleaning. We have another product that's supposed to remove the mildew stains. We'll see how that goes. But so far, the cleaner does a pretty good job. But it's like any cleaner where you have to work really hard still to get it off. It's not like
Magic.
spray on and just wipe it right off. Yeah, no, that is not what's happening here. It is spray it on, scrub like a dog, and then do it again. But it is really bad, so, you know, okay. Back to it. And I just want to point out that we don't leave our dinghy in the water. We pull it up every single night. So it's not like it's because we've just let it sit in the water. This is growth that started the worst in Panama. It's like it got into the fabric there, and it's just been a nuisance ever since. So
it's not that we don't take care of it.
Yeah, we do take care of it, and we do wash it, and we do clean it, and we don't leave it sitting in the water all the time. And yet this is what it looks like anyway. After 3 years of hardcore use and unfortunately 1 year of sitting here. Okay, well, we got it as clean as we could get it. And now we're putting on the polish. This is supposed to create a nice little water barrier, waterproof coat to help protect it.
Not the best day for me. I didn't buy any fuel, so I don't have any fuel, and it's Sunday, so the gas station's closed. So I couldn't start it, so I couldn't get the engine warm, so I couldn't change the oil. And then I was like, oh, well, I'll do the gear lube. And I went down to start that, and I was like, oh crap, the O-rings are in the container. So I got the spark plug. God, I got the spark plugs changed. That's what I did. And Nikki did a really good job on the bottom of the dinghy. We'll flip it over tomorrow. We kicked out a bunch of mud daubers and we cleaned the cockpit. So that way, after a day of working, hopefully in the future, we'll be able to sit down and have a nice cold beer and somewhere clean. We are going to be riding our new little electric bikes that have a range of about 10 miles, we think. And yeah, Mystic Sands is about 10 miles away. That's why we need to get the dinghy fixed.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow, assuming that we actually make it home on these things. And if not, then I'll probably see you in about 10 minutes, so. Okay, adios.
It's gonna be a long ride. Woo!
Okay, we made it with battery to spare. We still have 3 bars and there's only 4. So, you know, not too bad.
Woo-hoo.
I'm pretty stoked about that.
Full review coming soon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was just like literally the first ride, so. Home sweet home for now.
Beer time.
All right, day 3 on the dinghy. It looks, I swear to goodness, better today than it did yesterday. I think that stuff had some time to sit and it's worked on even more of the stain. So I'm pretty impressed coming back to it today. I think it looks really good considering where we started, but also my arms and my back are so sore. I don't know how much I can do today. So there was a lot of like human effort that also went into that, but good progress. So now we're gonna flip it over, and today is topside, and I'm gonna see where it can get with that. Jason still got to do the engines. Right.
This is what I was missing from the other day.
It looks like nothing to me.
I know, it does. It's like the tiniest little gasket. That was holding up the project. So gear, lube, which is down here and there. And then this is an oil extractor to remove the oil from the engine, change the fuel filter. Boom, we'll be done. Hour. 2 hours tops.
Right.
No.
I'll check back with you about 3 o'clock.
Okay, maybe 3 or 4 hours. Okay.
Went to turn the water pump on for the first time and heard the pump prime. Then I also heard water running and it didn't have any water turned on. So,
So bonus, we get to clean the
Yay!
galley.
There is a leak underneath the sink, which I'll let Jason tell you about.
Well, it's by the filtration system in here. And I think the filters are so clogged that the water found a tiny little escape at the connection, so.
Tiny little escape.
I mean, well, it was pretty tiny. It's just lots of pressure. This is why you always install a shutoff valve everywhere you can. It's soaked in here now.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Well, it's a break from the engine work.
Yeah. I was getting so much progress made. Okay.
Okay, see you in a little bit. Okay, I turned the water on because I am letting my mildew remover set on the dinghy for about an hour before I come back and do another pass on that. I'm gonna start washing the deck because, I can't start unpacking everything when it's so dirty, so I need clean spaces, and well, there's not very many of those on this boat yet. It's just gonna be the first pass because I think it's gonna take a few washings to get all of the gunk off, and then of course a major wax because I can see all the white streaks coming down on the windows, and of course the like chalky effect you get on your hands when you touch anything white, because unfortunately it's oxidized from sitting in the sun, which means it's all just slowly eating away at that gel coat. So we need to really give a serious wax to be able to kind of like put a nice little sealant back on there and protect what's left of it.
Got the gear lube oil changed, well, emptied. So now I am filling the gear lube. Hello. don't get it. It only goes that deep. And it's only half of a thing left. What the hell? Okay, I'll come back. Okay, I made a plan here. I've got dumped all the oil into a clean bucket. And now I'm gonna pump straight from this bucket. And what we're looking for is the oil to come in, fill up, and then we have to, this is the exciting part, remove this quickly and then put in these little screws, and they're oiled. I've oiled them, so boom, put it in, and then put one in here, and voila. It's so much easier on land than it is when the dinghy's hanging over the water, because then you have to have like 3 people with a bunch of buckets and like oilcloths ready to catch anything that pops out before it hits the water. So this is like way easier. Hopefully I have enough oil to fill this, because it takes half a quart. It's gonna be close. Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. Okay. Here we go. Voila. Done. If you feel like this is super overwhelming and you're kind of watching this in your home, kind of dreaming of sailing or dreaming on going on a trip like this, just know that I didn't always know this stuff, and I still don't know this stuff. I never claimed to be an expert, but yeah, you can pretty much learn anything when you're forced to. When you're on a small island in the middle of nowhere with not a lot of help, you don't have a lot of choices, and you just sort of figure it out. Now, I bet somebody watching this is going to go, oh, well, you should have done this. Please, if you see something better that I could be doing, tell me. I'd love to hear it. Because like I said, I'm no expert. Dinghy's almost done. Just got to do the fuel, and she's ready to fire up.
Getting better. Clean side. Dirty side. Progress.
So my fuel line is run under the boat, so I'd have to remove this entire thing to be able to plug in the fuel just to start the engine.
And then
Then if something happens and I can't get it back through, like, it's just way easier to get help. All right, so I met a guy named Kevin. He owns the local, it's called Catamaran, and I guess he does engines, but he has Yamaha logos everywhere, which is super helpful. He said I could bring the engine over and put it in his pool so we can start it up. That way I don't have to remove all the fuel lines out of the dinghy. So this is like, and I get an expert help. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
That's worth a, well, I was gonna say $1 million, but it's a couple $100.
And not only is he here in Tonga, like super random, but he's from...
Oh yeah, Kevin, he's from Texas, Waxahachie. It's like 45 minutes outside of Dallas, which is where I mostly grew up, and Nikki and I met, so funny.
Yeah.
A third of the way around the world, meet Texans everywhere. We just came off of Zatara, which is a Texan boat, and Fiji, and now we're here in Tonga talking to Texans. Texans are generally friendly, so I think it's gonna be good.
Small world.
Yeah.
Like a Yamaha too.
1 year. 1 year exactly. So there's no water coming out. So either the impeller's bad or there's a mud dauber nest up there. Yummy.
Yeah. Nice.
That's exciting. Started it up and he goes, like a Yamaha should. I don't know if you heard that. So this is like a ECU computer or something?
So now we're connected. Diagnostic record will tell you you've got a total of 204 hours on the engine. Right. 0 to 1,000 RPM, you've run 81 hours. So basically at full throttle, you've done 1.2 hours at full throttle. So you're not a crazy driver.
That was probably the 1 hour she was driving.
Then something pretty cool.
Can I get a dongle like that?
No.
Of course.
You there to make sure that you don't have salt buildup.
That's the old grease. They just pushed out.
I don't want to make a huge mess with it. Does it sound like I'm selling you stuff, but just anywhere that you see silver,
Yeah.
let it dry, come back and hit it with another light coat, and then you're good to go. But that's good stuff.
Okay, can I buy that from you?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so what he said was with this product here, you can literally submerge the engine in salt water and you can bring it up, and after a freshwater rinse, none of the salt will stick to it. So basically it's a corrosion inhibitor or protector.
So it puts kind of like a paraffin
Like
coating
slightly tacky. It's kind of like Corrosion X, which we use, but Corrosion X always stays sort of moist.
Yeah.
And this one just gets sort of tacky.
Picking up all kinds of gems today.
Yeah. Now can I remember them? That's the question. Whenever we do the oil change every year.
Actually, one time.
No way.
You won't have to apply this again.
Well, why am I buying your bottle then?
Well, you're gonna use it on other stuff.
How's it?
It's good. Been a productive day. The dinghy is getting closer. I still need to do a few more coats of that stuff because it still isn't as clean as I would like it to be, but it's good enough for now, and I keep working at it. Jason's got the engine done, and I've got almost one full scrub down on the boat done. Everything but just this one side. But it's 5:30, the sun's gonna start to go down soon. We still have a
bicycle ride?
Yeah, a 45-minute scooter ride, because it's not a bicycle, you can't pedal.
That's true.
I know, I wish you could pedal, but anyway, get into that later. Yeah, so that's been the day, really. That's it. A whole bunch of cleaning, and that will be the story for the next 30 days, probably. Mañana?
Yes.
All right. Final step.
Yeah, the dinghy's as clean as she's gonna get, I think, at least for now. I decided that I should buy a water separator. It's something I've been wanting to buy forever, and I didn't realize Yamaha made one. This one's way smaller than the Raycor brand, so I never bought the Raycor one because it was so big. This one seems to fit perfectly, and the best thing is, my non-committal self, I don't have to hard install it, because I can go into, this is the bolt that holds the engine on. You go into this same hole, and then this connects to the engine. So I've measured it all out. This should work, but if it doesn't, I can move it over to this side, or I can hard install it somewhere else.
Okay, and for the people who don't know what that is, do you want to tell them what that device is?
Sometimes fuel can be bad or have water in it, or just the condensation from your tank can then get water in it, and then this thing basically separates the water from the fuel, and when you have water in the bowl, this little red ball raises up. It just helps protect your engine from getting water damage, rusting, and all that kind of stuff. It's something that we have on the diesel engines and on the generator engine, something I always wanted on the dinghy engine, just never got around to doing.
And now here we are.
Yeah.
Splash
It's
time?
happening! Oh, dinghy's going in the water, dinghy going in the water, dinghy going in the water. This is my South Central.
Nope.
Yeah, no. Yep. The big tractor! It's got the big tractor! I thought he was gonna pull a truck around. Yeah. Perfect.
Are you guys watching just the dinghy?
Yeah.
Just the dinghy.
Set up a block and tackle for us on a little mooring so we can pull it in and out for the tide. We don't have to worry about the dinghy getting all scraped up on these hard rocks. Woo!
And we don't have to swim in.
We don't have to swim in. We don't have to ride the bicycles. we don't have to pay a $50 cab to get here.
Yeah.
So,
Woo!
woo!
Thank you, Alan, in the boatyard.
Yeah, and step one of back to boat life.
One boat in the water, one to go.
Now I gotta make sure it still starts.
Ooh. And the anchor. We gotta go get the anchor.
Yeah.
Good news. Fuel seems okay.
No water, it's not floating. And there's another little filter in here, so if the fuel's bad, it filters out that and it separates the water. Double score.
Nice. Is this the moment of truth?
This is the moment of truth. It's primed. And don't worry, I know what you're thinking. I am gonna cut these zip ties. Don't worry. This is temporary, people.
Just calm down.
Calm
Just calm down.
First pull will probably not start it.
What's it Mark said? Have faith in your Yamaha.
Have faith in your Yamaha. That's good. We got water coming out. I can feel the exhaust. It smells clean. I don't see any fuel or any oil from the gear lube.
That's good.
Of course, we came back to the boat to get the rest of the stuff for the dinghy so we could leave for the day. And it's now raining and a downpour. And that seems to be our weather ever since we've gotten here. So it's gonna, right, welcome back to Boat Life, because it's gonna be a very wet ride back to Mystic Sands. Okay. Pretty excited about our very first dinghy ride, even though it's gonna be wet.
Still our first dinghy ride.
Still the first dinghy ride. Pack mule.
Got the anchor and my bitches.
Your benches.
My benches. What do you think I said?
Yeah. Oh, look how cute Minion is. Our little mini mantis.
Yep.
Best little dinghy anchor ever.
8 feet of chain, 6 feet of chain. Stainless so it doesn't rust the dinghy. And then a little anchor. Nose pump.
Definitely gonna need that. Whew. Low tide. Crazy to think that we had Curiosity right here.
Yeah, it's like 3 feet deep maybe.
I think the rain is coming. We have one waterproof, supposed to be backpack, we'll find out, wondered. And then one very not waterproof backpack. And my Yugo, so at least cell phones are good. Cameras are hopefully good. We're gonna get annihilated. Yeah, I think that's it. Right it there. That's where we're going. It's a good thing they're awfully casual around here, because we're going to meet Cal and Adriana for happy hour pizza and at Happy Pizza. And well, we look like a couple of wet cats, so ready for a beer? Yep. That's it.
Day one thoughts, take 23 and a half.
Well, okay, let's see here. We still have a lot to do. And right now, I'm I'm excited about even just tackling a little bit of the dinghy today. It's like watching the dirt disappear, and it's like you kind of start to see the life come back to something, and you're like, now that's the dinghy I remember. Like, I'm ready for that.
You could tackle my dinghy and watch it come to life. Okay, thanks for watching. We should probably end it right there. Stay tuned for more repairs. Hopefully we don't have a ton of how not to's, or maybe we will.
Yeah, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. We've got projects ahead, and we've got beautiful water and friends. It's gonna be a good time. I feel it.
I feel it.
Thanks.